Hi friends. Hey, here we are on day 16. We are at about mile 259 and a half. It was a cold night last night. It actually got below freezing. The little tube in my water carrier froze, so that corresponded to the same way I was feeling in my sleeping bag. And we thought we'd just do a little continuation of the chat we had the other day, cover a few topics that people had asked about. Right, Michelle?
Yeah, good morning. Greg, I have a question because, I'm out here hiking with you and I feel like I'm a little bit on the Nature Channel, the History Channel. I feel like I'm with Bear Grylls. You pretty much have incredible knowledge about so many things out here. I'm just curious, how did you get all that knowledge, or sort of what's your background with all of that?
Yeah, I may not have ever covered that, and there's a lot of people watching these now that don't necessarily know me. So last April 1 in 2020, I retired from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service after 34 years of working as a biologist. So I did all sorts of fisheries work, did terrestrial wildlife work, habitat work. I kind of consider myself as a biologist jack of all trades. I know a little bit about a bunch of different things. So that is, and I'm fascinated by the natural world and things that I see. So oftentimes when I do see something, I have to spend some time figuring it out and really looking into, why it was there or what it is, that kind of thing. So I do mention a lot about botanical things and reptiles, amphibians, anything we see, but with a limited knowledge. And the reason that that we're here really is that I decided that after retiring last April, and that was not the year to come out here and do this, that it would be great to do it, and why not do it a year later? So here I am, here we are, and we'll just continue to try to bring up some of those little biological tidbits that I really enjoy thinking about and talking about. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, we're going to take our time we have taken our time already. It's 7:30. We're going to get packed up, get on the trail. We got about a 15-miler today to a place called Caribou Camp, I believe it is. And there's a nice tent site there, I understand. There's water there. Sounds like a really good spot as we sort of circumnavigate or partially navigate around Big Bear Lake. So looking forward to a nice rolling terrain today, not too much uphill. Should be a fun one. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey there, as we're walking the trail, just on the outside of the Big Bear Ridge, came across something funny for this location anyway. Bunch of Joshua trees. Now, those are a little bit out of their element, but they do like high elevation. And I've seen them at higher elevation in Joshua Tree National Park, but that was a surprise. A surprise that Joe told us about. So thank you, Joe. We found them. So here's something you don't run into every day. This is probably the largest house or compound we've seen on the trail, with a saddle view of the desert and the lake. Beautiful. Yeah, sometimes when you're hiking the PCT, you run into people of all different kinds. Some are surprising, some are people you've seen before. In this case, there's my brother-in-law. He decided to come out and join us on the trail for a little bit and just meet us. Happened to be in Big Bear. Total surprise, but here he is. So this is Don, and those of you watching who are family, you know who he is. Hilarious. This is great. Unexpected and really fun. Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Okay, here's Michelle. We just crossed Highway 18 above Big Bear, and Don was there to provide snacks, Krispy Kreme donuts, all kinds of good stuff. And we're back on the trail, and more Fritos. We got Fritos for life. I think we're gonna be sponsored by Fritos. Okay, we'll see you a little further up. Here we are in another burn zone, and right there is Poodle Dog Bush. Along the trail, we've been seeing it quite a bit. That's the plant I talked about in an earlier episode that we saw. Where did I see that? Up on San Jacinto, maybe? It really occurs only in these recent burns, and Joe Esparza had told us about it, said we would encounter it, and sure enough we did. So another good call on Joe's part. He's been spot on all of the details of the PCT in this zone. And this stuff is just very dangerous. It's got a same oil as poison oak, but much more of it. So we are staying away. So this section of trail is interesting. The rock, to me, looks like quartzite. And I could be wrong on that. And Brendan, if you think it might be something else, let me know. But it's got all kinds of different staining, but a lot of beautiful rose-colored rock, some rusty oxidation from iron. Really cool. I love the sound it makes too as you walk on it. Hey there. Here we are at our campsite. There's Michelle back there. Here's our campsite for the night. We got our 2 tents up. We got a nice big flat campsite. There's actually a dirt road over there. And right over this way, there is that ice chest, when we showed up, was full of beer. So apparently some trail angel drops it off here, and then way out at the road, dropped off about 8 gallons of water. So once again, we are under the spell of all these nice people that drop things off for hikers, and pretty amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. So we had a nice dinner. We had some pasta, some rice, some chicken, and I know it's early, and you can see how light it is, but we're about done for the day. So
it's going to be cold tonight too.
It's another freezing night. We're up here 8,000 feet again, and we're gonna see you down the trail tomorrow. Good night.